Principles of Material Development. Principle number 1. A prerequisite for language and acquisition is that the learners are exposed to rich, meaningful, and comprehensive language input being used. The material that I have chosen is a pre-prepared printed short story titled The Turtle and the Monkey, Ang Batang Ayaw Maligo, and The Ugly Duckling. Secondly, each group will choose a one member who is going to read the storybook that was assigned to them. And the members that have left that has nothing else to do will listen to the storyteller, which is one of her co-members, and write the important details. For example, the important characters of the story. What is the story all about? And what is the moral of the story? Principle number 2. Principle number 2 is to maximize the exposure to language and use. They need to be engaged both effective and cognitively in the language experience. The material that I have chosen is titled The Core Memory Wall. So how to use this material? So the teacher will give each student a sticky note. In that sticky note, each of the students will write the core memory that they will never forget, a happy one. And then after that, after the students will write the happy or core memory that they will never forget, they will be presenting it and they will explain it or share it in front of the class. Now let's proceed to principle number 3. So how to use this material? First, the teacher will demonstrate in front of the class on how to do this activity in order for the students to know what to do. For example, the teacher will demonstrate that she will compliment positively the student sitting in front. Like for example, you are so wise. In order for the student not just to feel good about herself, but to feel a positive impact of her own thought. Until she will compliment her next classmate who is sitting beside her until the game will end at the back of the class. In that way, the student at the end of the class will write a reflection paper on what have they felt after this said activity. Principle number 4. So the principle number 4 is the second language can benefit from using those mental resources they typically utilize when acquiring and using our own first language. So the material that I have used is from my words, which is the first language, to my new words, which is our second language. So I will give my students a short storybook that was chosen by my own students. So how to use these materials? The teacher will divide the class for 2 groups and allow them to find a short story and translate them in their own first language. For example, a book from the story in Principle 1, which is The Turtle and the Monkey. So The Turtle and the Monkey is translated into our second language, or some students' second language, for example, English. And the students will translate it into their first language. For example, my first language is Ilonggo. That is why I'm going to translate this English storybook to my first language, which is Ilonggo. Principle number 5. So the principle number 5 is the language learners can benefit from noticing assignment features of the point. So what materials will I use? So the chosen materials that I have used is the highlighters, and as well as text titled A Day in the Life of Anna. Next, I'm gonna call this game Highlight and Count Challenge. So how to use these materials? So first, the teacher will divide the whole class into 5 groups. And next, the teacher will provide a short text titled A Day in My Life of Anna and will give it to all the students. The only thing that the students do, so the students will only do, is to find the highlighted words, which are the past tense. And whoever finishes first will win or get a credit score after the game. Principle number 6. So the principle number 6 will learners need opportunities to use language to try achieve communicative purposes. So the activity that I have chosen is called Tales to Tell. And by this, the student will be able to choose their own story, short story perhaps. And after that, how will I use this material? I will use this material by instructing the students that every day, 1 or 3 students will give a short story in front of the class. He or they will present it in front of the class in order for them to really practice their communicative skills.